Welcome to Fit for Life. I hope you're ready to do some strength training. I figured you'd know we were going to do that because I'm holding on to these, right? So strength is one of the basic fitness components, right? So that's why it's necessary to do it. When you've reached where you want to be strength-wise, twice a week is enough. You don't have to do strength training every day, and you really shouldn't, because the muscle groups have to rest. The tissue needs to repair itself. So we're going to be doing upper body strength training right now. It's never too late to start this. Really and truly, when I did my training for senior fitness, I went into a physical therapy department, and they were working with a woman that was in her hundreds. And she had been in a wheelchair and had worked her way up to a cane. And I'm not saying that would work for everyone, but I was so excited to see all these seniors, and that's how I started doing what I do. So it's never too late to start. You just have to be a little bit careful and make sure you're working with someone that's kind of used to working with seniors. Okay, check with your doctor first for everything I give you that you haven't done before. So keep that in mind. We always need to maintain strength, and we can as we get older, because we can lose up to 50% of our strength by age 70 if we don't do it. Keep that in mind. And we need upper body strength for our ADLs, our activities of daily living, which are what? Dressing, cooking, bathing, shopping, money management, housework, and using the telephone. You need to be able to do all of those, and doing strength training will keep you strong enough to do it. So we're going to start with the upper body, and we're going to do some bicep curls first. Are you ready? Right up to your shoulders. Good. How many seconds down? 4 at least. You can do 6, that's fine. Breathing out as you do it. So it's going to be pretty fast, that first movement. And then slowly down, and watch your posture. You're not going to be working from here unless you have to. So we're breathing out as we come up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. Yes, slowly. Again, up. And we're going to do 8 to 10 of these, all right? If you're just starting, 8 is sufficient. Breathing out and slowly down. Let's do 2 more of those. And slowly down. Try it again. And slowly down. And just drop your chin down and relax. How does that feel? Bring your head back up. Let's lift the shoulders up a few times, up and down. I like this one. The second one we're going to do is for the upper body in general. And we're going to take one weight, and we're just going to reach across and bring it back slowly. This one might be a little more difficult. Breathing out again. And slowly back. I can feel that in my shoulder. I can feel it in my neck. That's why we do so many neck stretches. Breathing out as you go up and slowly back. And you're on an angle here, or reaching across. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. So you have your own personal trainer. You just turn my show on, and here we go. Let's try another. And I have neglected my strength training, especially the upper body, so I need this too. Breathing out and slowly back. And you do one more. If not, that's okay. You're still doing more than a lot of people, especially older people, right? We're trying to get more people, more older people, more seniors doing strength training, and back slowly. Wonderful. So just drop it right down. Drop that weight on your knee. Don't bang it, just gently. And lift that shoulder up a few times just to loosen it up. And that feels good because you've been contracting muscles. And then push the shoulder forward and bring it back. And forward and bring it back. Try it again. Forward and back. And forward and back. But we have the other side to do. Are you ready? Lift that weight up. Push up. Across and slowly back. Good. Breathing out. Slowly back. One side will be stronger, probably your right side. Most people, I think, are right-handed, don't you? Breathing out. and slowly back. 4 coming up, breathing out and back. Aren't you proud of yourself? Doing something good for yourself? And you'll be able to stay independent longer. Breathing out and then back slowly and back. Push up, breathe out, and bring it back. Let's do one more. If my count is off, that's okay. Here we go. And slowly back. We want to delay your time of disability. And I think you all know what that means. Or maybe eliminate it altogether. Rather than seeing yourself get weaker and weaker and weaker, in most cases we can do something about that, right? That's very important to know that. I think it's a good feeling to know that you're doing something really, really good for yourself. Now, the first thing we did was for triceps. We're going to do, biceps. Now we're going to do triceps. Are you ready for that? Yes, you are. All right, you're going to come forward in your chair just a little bit. All right. You can bring the weights down and then turn them so that they're horizontal. But watch your posture. Try to keep the back straight. So you're strengthening your back too, of course. Out a little bit to the side and breathe out as you, and slowly, slowly down. And you're tightening your abdomen as you do this. So just pay attention to see if I'm right about that. Breathing out just kind of naturally happens. And then slowly back. Let's try it again. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Try it again. And I am not counting this time. I'm going to let you count. Whoops. Slowly back. Again. I think this might be 6. Not sure. And do what you can. And yes, you have to push yourself a little bit, but don't strain. Don't strain. And bring it up again. One more time. And then back. Whoa, I can really feel that. I can feel it in my neck again. That's why we do so many neck stretches. So let's drop down. Oh, yes, I needed that. You probably did too. Let's bring that head back up, looking at the ceiling. Yeah. And we'll bring it down one more time. Slowly, stay down there for a few seconds. And bring your head back up again. A little bit of turning. We need to be able to look over our shoulder. As we get older, that gets more and more difficult, especially with arthritis. So now we're doing our stretching. And then we'll come back. Now let's do something for the shoulders. Okay? And also for the upper body in general, your trapezius here at the upper back. So let's try it together. You can touch your weights or not. You don't have to. You're going to breathe out. These are called flies. Breathing out and slowly back. I kind of like this one. Again, you're tightening. Can you feel it? Your abdomen. Breathe out and slowly back. Maintaining your posture. Breathing out and slowly back. Again. Halfway there. Slowly back. Try it again. Ooh, I can feel it. And out. And 1, 2. And I can feel this because I have not done this for a couple of weeks. Don't tell anyone, okay? Breathing out. Now you can do another one, or you can do 2 if you want while I'm talking, which I'm always doing. Grab some water for yourself, out. And then bring those weights back, good. Yeah, and another rest, right? I'm dropping my head down. You don't have to, but I am because it feels so darn good. While you're down here, I just want you to turn your head to the side and then turn the head to the other side. And then come back up and see how you feel. I'm going to rest for one more minute here. Grabbing some water. You're burning calories too. And remember that muscle weighs more than adipose tissue, which is, I hate the word fat, but it does weigh more. So sometimes people are working out and they say, I'm not losing any weight. Well, muscle is heavy. As I said, it's heavier, so maybe that's why. Cheers. It's plain water, believe me. It's just water. All right, so we're going to do the paddle wheel, which we usually end with, but we're going to do one more after that. This is all for your upper body. And you could do this standing up if you wanted to. So one weight above the other, not straight out. You can bend those elbows. Watch that posture and just do this one. And you're going to feel it. 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, yes. And 5 and 6. I'm exhausted. And 7 and 8. Oh, I'm so glad that's over. But remember, if you can do 10, that's good. The slower, the better. If you want to be even a little bit slower, you can do that. So I'm going to put my weights down here. And then we're going to put this over here. And we're going to stretch, do a little stretching with the hands. So first you're going to circle your hands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We'll do 8, 5, and 6. You've been holding onto the weight, so we want to stretch them out a little bit. In the other direction. 1 and 2 and 3. Doesn't it feel good? 4, especially if you have arthritis in your hands. All right. Now just kind of grab your thumbs, turn them into the hand like this, then close the hand over them and circle a few times, one way and then the other. And you're going to feel that stretch on top of your hand a little bit. Bring your arms down if you want to, and then we'll turn the other way. Good, like this one. Doesn't it feel nice? You're not used to doing this, so you're probably using muscles you haven't used very much. Clasp your hands together. Turn them, sitting up straight again, pulling that chin in. I'd like to see your palms. You're going to breathe out as you... Good. Try to straighten your arms. If you have arthritis in your elbows or your shoulders or your hands, this is going to be tough. Some people can only do this much. But if you try to go just a little bit beyond your fitness level, I don't want it to be called a strain, but you want to try just a tiny bit and see what happens, and do it a couple of times, and then the next time maybe a little bit more. Eventually you'll be able to stretch those arms out. Just bring your arms up, and I know you can feel this all throughout your upper body. Very gently push back. Oh, I like this one a lot. I do. Great. All right, bring those arms down, shoulders forward, up, back, and down. I don't know if we've done that recently. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Good. And forward, and up, and back, and down. Oh, I want to try something that I just started doing recently. Hands flat, palm of your hands, fingers are all down there, nice and flat. Try to lift just your fingers. And that's a great stretch for the hands that might be wanting to do this. You want to straighten those out a little bit. So hands are flat, sitting up tall. Just see if you can lift those fingers up. You could probably leave your thumb down, but no, let's do the thumb too. And then down again. And now all fingers like a spider. Good. Great. And then we'll circle our thumbs. That's kind of a nice exercise also. Good. So we're going to stand up to do strength training for our lower body. So you're going to come forward in the chair. You know, we always do this when we get up for the first time, right? And you know what it is. This. And you're going to stand up. Now, when you do these at home, I'd like you to work up to 8 eventually, at least, maybe 10 would be good too. So don't move, don't take a step forward, but sit back down again. We'll try it again. This is one of the best upper leg exercises to strengthen your quadriceps, which you need for everything. Walking, of course, but if you're running, you need it for running, getting up and down from a chair, in and out of bed, into a car. You want those legs to be strong. Climbing stairs is great if your arthritis isn't bothering you that day, I suppose. But if we can strengthen the quadriceps, you can take the stress off your knees a little bit. So let's try it again. Is this 3 or 4? I don't remember. And we'll go back. I can feel it in my knees a little bit. Do as many as you can. All right? And now we're going to stay up here. So let's come back. I'm going to move to the side of the chair. A little bit. Nice and tall. Let's loosen up the legs a little bit first, okay? Back and forth. Doesn't this feel good? All right, back and forth. I like this one. 5 and 6 and easy to do. You can do it in a door jamb, whatever. Make sure you have enough room. Flex your foot a little so you're not banging the front part of your foot on the floor. Flex up a little bit. Nice and tall. If your posture is good, that shouldn't happen. Great. Easy, a nice stretch for your hip and the back of your leg, your hamstring, the upper part of the back of the leg. And back and forth. And you shouldn't be out here, nice and straight, holding on again. Back and forth. Good. So you can feel that in your lower back, I'm sure. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right. Now, we're going to stand nice and tall. I want to see if you can do this today without holding on. Lift your heels and put them down. Lift your heels and put them down. You're strengthening your foot, your ankle. You can hold on if you have to. So, and your calf muscle, your gastrocnemius is being strengthened. We do about 10 of those. And you can feel that muscle tightening, can't you? Well, it's more than one muscle, actually, but... And up, try to do 10. And then to relax them and stretch them out a little bit, just bend those knees. How long can you stay here with your knees bent? For some people, it's a problem, I'm sure, but just stand here and drop those knees. Oh, yeah, I can feel that. Wonderful. Just for the heck of it, let's try this. Stand back with one foot. So you can all see me. It's as if I'm taking a step. And you're going to keep the feet straight. They're not turned out or anything. And now bend those knees and you'll get a better stretch. Can you feel that in your calf? Isn't that nice? I like this. Can you do it without holding on? Yes, I think you all can do that. So it's good for your balance. If not, you're still getting that stretch, which is what we're doing right now. Okay. Now bring that foot up and step back with the other. So you've got one foot in front, one in back. Now let's slowly bend. Slowly bend. See if you can stay down there without holding on. So that's pretty good. Yeah. You get used to it and it gets easy to do. But you have to do it more than once every 6 months, right? And actually you can be taking notes for these classes. Have a pad of paper with you. If you want to remember something, I will try to remember the name of them and which muscles that you're strengthening. But I think you can tell it's your lower leg, your calf, and your foot, and so forth. Wonderful. All right. Now another strengthener for the quadriceps, and this one is easy. And all you have to do is a knee lift. A knee lift. 1. As high as you can go. 3 and 4 and 5. That's easy. You can hold on with one finger if you want to test your balance a little bit, and hold on with no fingers if you want. Good. So that strengthens your quadriceps. So that's kind of easy, I think, don't you? Yeah, we do. Okay, now I'm going to turn my chair. You don't have to, of course. We want to strengthen the hamstring back here. I'm sure you're all familiar with the hamstring. All right, so how do we do that? In a touch to the back. Try to, lift your head a little bit. Shoulders down to create a longer neck here. And if you can do it, lift it up, even if it's 1 inch, and bounce it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, I know you can feel that in your back and in your hip. If it's too much for the back, do it this way. Just leave it there. All right, just leave it there. Push yourself up nice and tall, shoulders down, and maybe just pick it up for a couple of seconds and hold it rather than bouncing it like this. Also tightens the derriere. So let's bring that foot back. You're going to bend your knees. Good. Ooh, crunch. Did you hear that? The other leg straight back. Do you remember now? We're going to lift up and bounce it. 1 and 2 and 3. Doesn't have to be high. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We'll put that foot back down again. Good. Bend those knees just to relax. I like to take a little break sometimes. Good. We'll do another knee bend. Wonderful. So So you can almost feel those muscles stretching out. But let's do it the little bit easier way, just by touching. Nice and tall now. Push yourself up. Pull that chin in for good posture. Now just lift it and hold it. 1 and 2 and 3. How does it feel? 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Great. Put that foot down. Do whatever you can do. Maybe you can invent some exercises yourself. Who knows, right? Good. All right. Now another exercise that's good for the lower leg especially, what you're going to do is lift one leg up. What I'd like you to do really is to stand on your weaker leg, whichever leg that might be. So my left is the weaker, so I'm going to stand on the weaker leg to strengthen, do a little more strengthening on that side, or a few more reps. If we can, do a little extra on that leg, it might balance off our strength, which I think is a good idea. So you're standing on your weaker leg, you're lifting the other foot, and now you're going to lift the heel up. 1. That's going to be a little more difficult because you're on your weaker leg, and we're going to stretch those calf muscles out too. So that's important because you're putting all of your weight on that one side, but I think it's important to do more on the weaker side, and I'm sure you do too. Great. So if you've done 8, that's great. Let's shake those legs out a little bit. Shake them out. Great. All right, now you're going to open your feet just a little bit. This would be a ballet second position, wouldn't it? Nice and wide, nice and wide. Okay. And then you're going to bend your knees. So you're facing your chair here. Pull the shoulders down. Make sure you're not back or too far forward. Keep that foot flat on the floor. Stay down here. Lift one heel up, then the other, and this side, and this side. Just alternate. Don't worry about starting on the right or left. That doesn't matter as long as we're doing both sides. I know you can feel that in your quadriceps. All right, now bring your feet a little closer together and straighten the feet so that they're parallel like that. Good. All right. Now you're going to lift your heels up like we've been doing. You're going to bend those knees and stay there. So your heels are up, correct? Now come all the way up. Put the heels down. I'll stand this way so you can see me. You're going to bend and lift and come up and then put your heels down. Try it again. Bend and lift those heels up. Rise up. Put your foot flat on the floor. So that the feet are flat when you're down here, but you're going to stay here when you lift the heels and then come up. So I think this is a really good one to strengthen, and we're stretching too a little bit, and we're going to do a big stretch after all of this. So we're almost done. Lifting the heels, straightening nice and tall, heels down. One more time together. Bend, lift, straighten, and down. And if you want to do it without holding on, or just holding on with one finger. Yes, that's great. Okay, what I'm going to have you do is sit back down again. Then relax for a couple of seconds here. And I'm going to do a really nice stretch. And this is for the hamstring and your lower back. And this is something many of you have done, especially if you've taken yoga. So you can slide forward a little bit. You're going to lift that knee up, but I want you to pull yourself up nice and straight. We've done this before, haven't we? Those shoulders are down. You're going to tuck that chin right in. So we're stretching the hamstrings here. Good. And, hold it for 10 seconds, 15, 20, whatever you want. And then we'll put it down. We'll do the other side, lifting up, pulling in. If you have a knee that hurts and you don't want to do this, you can grab underneath and do it the same way. So that's a good one. Again, the posture, I know I say it a lot, but it does go right away. We just kind of forget, and we want to be as straight as we can. So this is a wonderful stretch for the hamstring. And the lower back, of course. So let's do another easy one. Just come forward. We've done this many times too. Just come forward. Nice stretch for the back there. Great. And then we'll come back up. Let's do a little stretch for the hip. And if you've had a hip replacement or repair, you may not do this. Shouldn't do this. Let's put it that way. So most people know what they can do after surgery because you have a physical therapist working with you, and sometimes they give you sheets so you can follow them. So if you can't do this, if you can't cross up here like this, maybe you can cross down here. So we're going to do this if we can do it. But look right away, the posture, nice and tall, hands here. Some people watch television like this. I don't know how long they stay like this, but pull yourself up nice and tall. Inside of the knee, very gently push down if you can do it. Only if you can do it. But I make this a posture exercise too by taking this hand and kind of threading it through here. So one is under, one hand is over, and pulling up nice and tall. Doesn't that feel good? You can breathe better. Your neck is longer. Shoulders are down. Good for posture. We just love it. Let's quickly do the other side. And yes, you can hold that for at least 20 seconds. Whatever you can do. And you can do it down here and still kind of, yeah. So bring that foot up. Sit up. Pull yourself up nice and tall. Very gently push down. One hip will be tighter than the other, but you know that. Reach down, thread that hand in and pull yourself up. And you know, this might be a good way to end the show. So I just want you to move. The joy of movement, I call it. And it's true, it is a joy to be able to move. There are some people that in their 40s are in very bad shape. And then there's some people our age that don't do anything at all. So be proud of yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking the responsibility of keeping your health, keeping yourself independent. And I think that's all we can wish for. So thanks for joining me today. And I'll see you the next time. And I'll be thinking up some really good things for us. Bye.